All right, today is day 90 of grinding until I'm a millionaire. And, I don't feel like this is going along with how I expected it to go. When I first started posting these, at day 20 or something, somebody commented can't wait to see next month. And I'm like, it's going to be about the same, bro. It's going to be about the same. It's it goes back to that saying that humans overestimate what we can do in the short term and underestimate what we can do in the long term. And when I first heard that, I was like, wow, that makes so much sense. Because, you guys have heard me say it a ton of times on this. My end goal is looking back from day 900, day 400, day 500, I'm in the years, and I'm looking back on this wow, I sold my YouTube channel, or I sold my website, and different things like that. I don't expect to be a millionaire next month or even next year. I think that this is going to be a very long, drawn out process of just documenting each day. But every single day I've been learning something. And when I was building out that millionaire planner, that's a spin-off of the one that I use, this one that I use to follow along and just make sure I'm on track, I had an epiphany about I've been setting too many damn objectives for myself, too many damn goals, and it makes it really hard to get anything done because I'm spreading myself so thin. So the new iteration of that planner I'm going to use, and I'm going to focus on just one thing at a time and crush that thing, then move on to the next thing. And so anyway, with this journey, I look back at different things and I just have epiphanies, and it changes the direction of the content. It changes the direction of what I'm working on for my YouTube channels and how I'm growing those. And it's just super exciting, man. This has been the most fun thing. It's 3:22 in the morning and I'm just filming this episode. And I love it. I don't feel fuck, I gotta film another episode. I'm hyped. I'm so hyped to do this. And then I wake up in the morning and I work on my YouTube channels. And the last 30 minutes before I started doing this, I was setting up my other website for my second YouTube channel and moving all of my posts from my first YouTube channel to redirect to that one to get the traffic going into. Anyway, I'll get more into that. But if you guys are here from the daily check-in video, the YouTube short or the TikTok, today was not a good day. Today was the opposite of a good day in terms of finances. I was supposed to work a lunch shift. Typically, I don't make more than $50 on a lunch shift. So it's wake up, get dressed, go there for a few hours and make $15-20 an hour. I'm my time's worth more than that, so I just have a hard time going. And so I didn't want to go. And I'd scheduled my road test for the motorcycle license for today also. And so I was like, hey, can I just not come into work because I want to do this? And they're like, yeah, we've got enough people. And I'm like, thank you. Praise Jeebus. So I didn't go into work. I think I worked on my website a little bit, and then I went down to the motorcycle and tried to tinker with a few things. I still need to figure out. It's got some issues that I'm still trying to figure out. And then I drove it for the first time. This is the longest I've drove it. It was 9 miles to the DMV to do the test. Drove it all the way there. Didn't blow up. Didn't run out of battery. It did fine. And then got there, took my test, and that shit was hard. I didn't really know what to expect. I was like, okay, well, I just got to make a U-turn. Cool, I can do that. But I go there to the testing area and I look at the cones that I'm supposed to weave through. Those cones were motorcycle. They were so close together. I'm like, ain't no way in hell that I'm weaving through these cones. There is no way. And guess what? I did not weave through those cones. I fucked that test up so bad. It was the most embarrassing thing that I've ever done. I mean, god damn. I just put my foot down, hit the cone. I was like, fuck. The guy felt bad for me. He let me try again. And then I did a tiny bit better. I only hit one cone this time or something. And then the second part, there's 4 parts. I didn't even make it past the second part. And it's should I really be riding the motorcycle on the road? It's a lot easier on the road. It is that test is stupid. Okay, you can weave through cones, but anyway, I failed. But I'm still I still ride the bike at night. The problem is if I get pulled over riding it home from work at night or something, I'm not going on extravagant trips. I'm just literally going to work and back on the thing because my car's broken still. And anyway, I'm well, I'd like to get the full endorsement. So if I get pulled over riding it back from work, I don't get the thing impounded. But I'll keep practicing. I'm going to practice weaving through close together cones and get the permit. Somebody on TikTok suggested I just do a course, and at the end of the course you get your endorsement, and I think it's $400 or $500. So I don't really want to do that, but maybe that's the next best option. I don't know. Maybe I should, so I'm not so sketchy and I don't kill myself out there on the road. Don't want that to happen. I got on the interstate for 3-4 miles today, and it's so fun, but bro, you got to be looking in front of you. You got to be looking who's passing you. If people are braking right away, you got to be able to cut over, but if somebody's there, you're screwed. It's stressful. And real quick, on that topic, I wanted to kind of go into my thought process here. So when the car broke, I had the motorcycle. It had parts that needed installed, that needed fixed. And what I was looking at was okay, well, it'll probably cost me $500 to $700 in parts to fix the BMW. The radiator's $5. I need the hoses. I want to do a couple other things to it while I'm there, probably do the AC line because it's leaking from somewhere there. And anyway, there's a bunch of things. So I'm going to probably spend $1,000 on the car, or at least $700. And I was okay, well, the motorcycle, all the parts are here. All I need to do is put the parts on and then it'll start going, right? Wrong. I put the parts on. I had to get a fuel pump. I had to get fuel line. I had to get new tires. I had to get all kinds of shit for the motorcycle. I had to pay for the registration. I had to just a bunch of stuff. And so I'm probably in, especially with the parts that I ordered from eBay. Now these parts should fix everything. I'm probably in what it would have cost me to get the radiator and stuff on my car. And so I'm a little bit irritated. I could have spent that money on the car parts and had the car going, but the motorcycle is super fun. Gas mileage is absolutely incredible. I fill up once a week for $10 versus $50-$60 in the BMW, and car insurance on insurance on the motorcycle is $25 a month. On the car, it's about $180. And so what I'm going to do now, especially because it's sitting in the garage, and I should have canceled it last month, but I didn't, is I'm just going to cancel my car insurance until I get the car going again. And then if I decide to drive it, I'll reinstate it. But for now, it's sitting in the garage, torn apart. I do not need to pay the insurance, and I can take that extra $200 a month that I'm saving and roll that into my debt savings account, or roll that into I don't know, there's other things that I need to buy. I really need to buy a RO system. I feel like this water's killing me. And anyway, I'm gonna cancel my car insurance and stuff related to the car, and just start rolling that money into other things. I'm also going to do more of a deep dive into my subscriptions and make sure I'm not paying for anything that I don't use, and look at ways that I can cut down. I canceled my gym membership last month, and it's only $20 a month, but I have a gym here at the apartment that I can go to that for the most part has what I need. Leg day kind of sucks there, but other than that, who does leg day anyway? But other than that, anyway, I want to comb through and make sure I can cut expenses where I need to, because that's what I need to be doing. I need to be living very modestly. I need to be rolling my money into paying off my debt. I need to be rolling that money into investing it into other projects, and I just need to do more with it. So $200 for car insurance for a car that I'm not even driving is silly. And I don't know if I'll ever drive it again. The motorcycle, if I could get everything I need on the motorcycle, I'm happy with that. I just need to pass the damn test. I'm way too sketchy on that thing. So anyway, today was an expensive day. I wanted to, I might have way too much to talk about on this thing. But one thing that I worked a lot on is, here's a topic to touch on. I think it's really, really important when you guys are making your YouTube channel or your personal brand, however you're doing it, is to be authentic, no matter what that is. So throughout my journey, I've noticed that authenticity with my audience has gotten me quite a bit. So the first reviews that I did about bikes, the first reviews that I ever started doing, got heat, but they also got a lot of resonance with the audience. People were like, wow, I love how honest this is. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then the companies and the brands and the people in the industry were like, you shouldn't be that honest. And I'm like, what the hell? That's a weird thing to say. Because I tell people straight up, this product is shit, here's why. And not, I don't know, sometimes maybe I tiptoe or dance on the line of kind of talking bad about it versus being like completely honest. But in the same sense, I think that that's something that's lacking, especially in affiliate marketing. People are always recommending products because of the potential income that comes from that. And nobody's really being true and being authentic to like that product or that list of products. And so when you go and look up like best gaming computers 2024, all you're going to find is like, this is a good one, this is a good one, this is a good one, this is a good one. These are all good ones. Just click my link in the description and go buy one of them. Like, that's the motive from all of these reviews. And I think people are starting to get kind of numb and desensitized to it. And so by being authentic and like, hey, here's some really good ones, but also here's some bad ones. Like these people are calling it good because it's expensive and they're going to make a lot of money off of it. But I promise, look at this, boom, boom, boom. This is why it's actually not good. That authenticity is going to build so much more trust with your audience and with people who are going to buy from you. They're just, that is going to, you got to play the long game here. You got to play the long game. You got to think about things like that, and you've got to build trust. And I think authenticity is the way to do it. Like, even just an example, bro, it's so embarrassing that I failed the stupid motorcycle test. So embarrassing. And what I should have done is just left it out. Like, that didn't even have to be part of my day. It really doesn't matter. So in the recap video, I just bop along, pretend like I didn't do the motorcycle test, and then just carry on. But it's like, you know, fuck it. Who cares? You know, everybody messes up. Not everything is perfect. Not everything is good. And so like, as humans, I feel like we crave that kind of connection, especially with people on the internet, because everything's so fabricated. Like, I don't know. I'm sure you guys have failed something before, and like, I just throw that out there like, hey, I failed the test, you know? And I don't know. I've just always been like that. It's awkward and it's a little uncomfortable to do at first, but I think it really pays dividends when it comes to building your audience and building a connection with your audience. Like I said, when I was doing that with my first brand on YouTube, like, I don't recommend everything, and that pisses off a lot of people. But I've gotten tons of comments of people like, hey, your reviews are actually honest, and I really appreciate that. And I'm like, got you. I got you, bro. I like when you take a step and your main goal is like bettering the sport or helping people make the right purchasing decisions versus make money, things really go a long way. So that was a tangent that I want to go on. I hope you guys, while you're building up your channels, while you're going through your journey or doing whatever, like, be authentic. Just be yourself, be authentic. People are going to resonate with that, and it's going to pay dividends in the long run. That's been my experience. That's what's happened for me. Now, one thing I spent a lot of time working on is transferring my blog content. And this is like a very monotonous thing that I don't know. There's got to be an easier way to do it. And maybe I'll look into it. I know it is with Shopify. But so basically, here's the rundown, and here's what I did. When I started the YouTube channel and the website in like 2017, I think I started the website, and then the YouTube channel closer to 2020, 2019, I really started posting on it and changing the direction. But the idea was it was going to be a personal brand, and it was going to be about me and my journey as a bike rider. And then I started doing review content, and so then it pivoted to be more of a review thing, okay, affiliate marketing thing. And then I read a book that kind of changed my idea on that. And I wanted to build another brand that wasn't tied to me directly. And I wanted that one to be more of a media company, and I wanted to build it as its own entity. The main reason with that is because I think it's easier to do it, and I'm more replaceable. And so if I build that brand that way, then I can sell it to an investor, sell it to somebody else who just wants to run a YouTube channel that's making cash flow, and I don't have to be connected to it. Where the other one was like literally built a spin-off of my name, and like, it's really connected to me. So what I've been spending the last year doing is growing the channels in different directions. I want to grow the main channel now to be more of a personal blog and more about my journey and like my experiences as a bike rider, and grow that second one to be what the first one used to be. Okay, are you following me? So the second one is growing slowly but surely, and instead of posting the content that I would have posted on my main channel, I've been posting on my second channel, and then posting more personal vlog type stuff on my main channel and trying to just keep growing them in those different directions. And it's proved a little bit challenging to get any momentum with the personal vlog channel or the personal brand, but I don't know. I have a handful of ideas. Like, I'll get there. I'll get that figured out. But growing the second one, the website side, the YouTube channel is doing fine. The website side is not doing as fine. And I've got like years worth of content on the main website. And what I need to do is I need that content to be on the second website so that it can start growing. And so what I spent some time doing today was just grabbing some posts, copying the posts, putting them on the second website, and then changing that page on the main website as a redirect to the post on the second website. So anytime someone clicks through to the website, to the main website from Google, it's just going to redirect them to my second one. And it's so much cleaner. So one thing I did with my first website is I put ads on it, as you should, right? And those ads, when I first did it, were bringing me like around Christmas time, $300-$400 a month. I was like, this is sick. And then I changed the theme, I changed the ad layout, and I haven't been over like $150 a month on that thing. Most months it's like around 100, it's less than 100 in ad revenue from the website. And I've got it turned up, man. It is so cancerous. It's got so many ads on there, and I'm making like $70 a month from it. I'm like, what the hell? This is ridiculous. Like, I'm providing a really bad user experience and just trying to make the money from it because I don't really care about that website anymore. Like, I just threw the ads on. I'm like, you know, the main content's going to be on the second thing, and that's what I'm building, but I still have a backlog of content here that's getting tens of thousands of page views a month, but it's got a bunch of ads. And so anyway, what I'm doing, I'm just going to push everybody from that main site over to the second site, and I'm going to close down the first site and kind of simplify it to just be about me and my journey, and take off a lot of the content there and just have everything be redirecting. And I'm probably going to pull the ads also. And I'm going to keep the second website ad free for now. What I would like to do is build it in a way that I can sell ads via partnership versus just Ezoic. Ezoic is fine if you can get a good ad layout and you have a lot of page views. Like, some people go Ezoic and then they go to Mediavine and they can make like 5 figures a month just from ads on their website. And like, I would like to go that direction eventually, but damn, once I started making YouTube videos and not posting on the website as much, the website just sat there. Like, it hasn't done much. Even if I add new blog posts and everything, I just don't put that effort into it anymore. And anyway, I'd like to grow that second one. Once I get it to a few thousand page views a month, like, I don't know, 10,000, I'll start trying to find companies who will pay monthly for ad spots. And by doing that, that would bring in a pretty decent recurring income, and I'll just keep the layout very clean so that I can do that later in the future. So the main gist of what I'm saying is, like, I'm making $70 to $100 a month in ad revenue from Ezoic and Google Ads. I guess with Google Ads, it's actually more. It is closer to 150. And those aren't ads from YouTube. But anyway, so let's say around 150 a month of ad revenue from my main website. I'm going to pull all of the content from that website. I'm going to put it on my second channel my second website with no ads. And I'm going to pull the ads off of that first channel and just have like a ad-free, frictionless experience. And I'm going to take a hit of $150 a month for now, with the assumption that a few months from now or a few years from now, that other channel is going to be doing well enough that I can sell $500-$600 a month ad slots to companies in my niche. I'm hoping that it works out that way. Even if I could get just a flat 500 to $250 deals, like, however, I need to figure out partnerships. That's one thing I don't do on YouTube. I don't do on the website. I'm not very good at that, and that's one thing I need to figure out. Once I do, those ads will fit a lot better on my site. Like, if you run something that's really niche specific and you just run general ads, they're really shit. Like, they're really just trash ads that aren't going to resonate. Whereas if you're like in the cooking world and you can partner with Rachel Ray's cooking line, it's just a more seamless integration. So so I want to grow that second site. I'm going to take the hit on the income, just grow that second site and monetize it in a different way. It's kind of the main goal. We'll see if it works out. I don't know. But anyway, I spent a lot of time moving over the posts and redirecting. I got like 5 posts. I probably have 400 or 500 posts on that site, and I got like 5 of them done today. So I really need to figure out a better way to do it. But it got me thinking, like, I changed a lot of the structures and made it better, because when you think about it, these are things that are going to be out for years. Like, those posts are going to be getting views for years. People are going to be coming across it for years. And so if you have the opportunity, make the best stuff that you can within your time frame, get it out there. And so anyway, I see things, I'm like, you know what, I can do this to make it better. I can do this to make it better. And I did that, and it made the process a lot slower. But anyway, it's probably 3:40 right now. I'm probably going to stay up till 6. I'm like, just started drinking this energy drink. I took a nap today, and I don't take naps very often, but I fell asleep around like 5 and woke up at 8. So I got an extra 3 hours of sleep in. I need to make up for it. And I have a list of things I want to get done tonight. So I'm going to go work on that and go to sleep when I get tired. But I'm not tired yet. I guess I am a little bit. I could go to sleep, but we don't got time for that. We're trying to be a millionaire, and I feel like I just got to put in the work. I need to do the work. It's going to pay off eventually. If you guys haven't checked out the website, definitely check it out. I put it together in like 2 days. It looks so good. I just bought a theme, kind of set it up, and now the blog posts these videos go on there as a blog post, and then you can listen to it as a podcast. And so it just ties everything together. I've got a page there that talks about my journey. It shows like when I got into kind of entrepreneurship, tried Amazon FBA, started a food delivery business, and it just runs through all of that. And anyway, I'm just adding stuff to the website and working on that. So you guys check it out. Let me know what you think I should change. And yeah, this was day 90. We'll see how day 91 goes. I don't work. Tomorrow's Friday. It's a filming day, so I'll be filming most of my YouTube stuff. My thumbnail guy is slacking. It's all falling apart. My whole system is fucked. But that's what it is. Got to take another look at it, rebuild, and get back to work. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. Joey. Hey. High five. Yes, good girl. Good girl. You're so good. You are so good.